What's going on YouTube? James with Kelvin here, and welcome to 100 Soul, the newest action RPG to join the ranks of 2020 mobile gaming. In today's video, I will go over the ultimate list of beginner tips to get you over that newbie hurdle so you can progress far in the game. And if you're ready for some knowledge, go ahead and leave a like. And if you want more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe so you can be the first to see them. Let's go ahead and dive in. So after a few tutorial fights and feeling like a boss, you will finally have the chance to view your equipment, and in the beginning you will be given a basic set of equipment which includes the sword named Nightfall and armor called Sentinel, as well as a sub weapon too. But as you traverse the world, you will attain some more powerful weapons such as the Demolition Warhammer and my personal favorite, the Duelist. So how do you know which one of these to invest in or which one is good? Well, to answer that question, they all are. I know, you're probably wondering, what does that mean? And I'll tell you. It means that as you progress through the game, you should equally invest in all your equipment, because you will soon find out that each weapon has its own attack styles that come with their own pros and cons. For example, the Duelist is good for quick strikes and aerial attacks, but the Demolition is great for breaking the enemy's super armor so you can lay down the hammer. No pun intended. And the same can be said about armor as well. And when it comes to enhancing your equipment, you will need to farm the campaign over and over and over again to get those materials. But trust me, it's worth it, because one of the quickest ways to raise your combat power is to continually invest and strengthen your equipment or to inherit stronger equipment. And if you don't know where to find the enhancing material, you can click on what you're missing and it will show you which stage drops the material. Also, don't forget to enhance your skills as they help you do more damage. Skills are unlocked as your equipment increases in power and tiers. You get skill points every time you enhance a piece of equipment, so read the skills and understand them better and don't miss out on powering them up. Finally, as you earn more weapons, you can give it a test try and go to the trial and practice with the weapon and learn combos before bringing it to battle. Take advantage of this so you can learn a weapon before you dive into the real battle. So let's go ahead and view the campaign. You might think this is obvious, but I'll go ahead and tell you. Please complete all the sections of each battle stage. As you begin to go through each battle stage, depending on the route you take, you might be able to skip some battles, but why miss on an XP and valuable enhancing material that you would otherwise need anyway? As you complete the battle stages, you will unlock souls which can be used to open up stages Sanctuary of Pledge, which will lead you to a mini boss fight against a locked story companion. Upon beating them, you will unlock that companion. Again, if you're not strong enough to go up against that companion, you should farm to strengthen your equipment. Also note, you will not be able to go to the next campaign zone until you beat the story companion boss fight. When you do clear a stage boss, you will unlock the true boss battle known as the Conquest, which you can then repeat to not only get more experience, but more material drops as well. And when you're using this to farm, make sure to check this hourglass button here. This not only costs more stamina keys, but it will increase your drop rate. Also, this version of the boss is stronger than the original version you face in the campaign. And I should mention that using the hourglass to get more loot is more beneficial once you have unlocked the hard and hell mode conquest stages. As a beginner, there are some key milestones you want to reach in the campaign, and they're the following. Campaign Zone 3 unlocks Pandora. This is the crafting mechanism which allows you to craft new equipment. This is also how you get accessories which house the right side equipment slots. These include necklaces, rings, and belts. But Pandora alone deserves its own video which I will provide. Campaign Zone 4 unlocks Arena Battle, Special Battle, and the Challenge mode. And finally, Zone 5 allows you to unlock the second companion slot if you haven't already unlocked the special companion, aka Gotcha mode, and I'll go over that a little later. Okay, I can't wait anymore. Let's talk about Pandora. This is the crafting mechanism of the game, and this allows you to potentially craft any piece of equipment. And the reason for that is, it's a crapshoot. To keep things simple for this video, just know the following. To craft, you need the following materials: sulfur, mercury, and salt. And depending on the combination you use, the resources will yield a different piece of equipment. There are better ways to control your output, but in the end, it's still random. And as stated before, this is the way to get accessory equipment. And as you progress the story campaign, you will be able to unlock mines that will farm these crafting resources over time. So I'll go ahead and do one for the fans, just to let you take a look at how crafting works really quick. Here I'm going to select a certain amount of resources. As you can see, certain equipment start to light up. That basically shows you what you have a better chance of getting. And if I do this, you will see how some equipment will get more darker or bold. This means I have a better chance of pulling that kind of equipment. Once I'm set on a combination, I will then begin to craft. The time it takes for crafting is completely random, but I will say the higher the time, the better odds may be in your favor. And if you like to look at other people's success, go to the record and you will be able to see what other people crafted and how they did it. Now this doesn't mean you will also get the same thing, but at least you will see the template and possibly get the same drop as them. Remember, it's all chance on the rarity, the sub properties, and the piece of equipment you will get as you craft. So now that you know how to farm and get better equipment, let me give you some advice when it comes to battle. Yes, combat power is important, but so is a good strategy. You need to become the master of the roll. Yeah buddy, get your roll on. You need to know how to properly time rolls so you can counter strike or simply evade attacks. Pretty soon, you will get to a point where you just can't hack and slash the enemy down. Combos, all about the combos. In this game, you can set up some nasty combos to deal crazy damage to help you better take down your enemies. As you set up certain attacks, you will then see yellow boxes pop up next to your attack button. This is how you combo. Timing your companion's special move can make or break a combo. Also, certain weapons are better against certain types of enemies and bosses. If you are struggling against a certain boss, you can get helpful guides from not only the community in the game, but also from the game tip. Here's a bonus tip. When you're fighting bosses and you're attacking, look for the red skull that will pop up. This is your time to lay it on them by the means of using heavy attack, a stun, an airborne attack, or even using your companion's special move. The red skull is known as a weakness point, so you have a limited amount of time to strike, and this is the best way to set up those killer combos. And since everyone keeps on calling us the savior, let's go ahead and learn about these people who we're going to war with, and that would be our mighty companions. Every companion has their pros and cons, but honestly as a beginner, you should experiment with each one and unlock to learn their attack patterns and specials. Also, some weapons work better in conjunction with certain companions, and basically that just means you can combo better with certain weapons with certain companions because of their skill set. And you can actually view which weapons are preferred with your weapon of choice just by going to the collection page and then clicking on weapons or sub weapons and seeing who is listed under the recommended combo. I am a believer in play by the style you enjoy. Yes, some weapons might be better on paper, but if you love a certain play style, learn to beat the meta and develop your own strategies. Also, just like with equipment, you also need to show your companions some love and strengthen them as well. And just like with equipment, you also need to strengthen your companions. And you can do that just by coming to the companion page and clicking on the illusion hall, and then choosing a subcategory to increase. Here you will face a mini boss fight, and if you win, you will unlock a shard for the character as well as obtain that attribute permanent boost. With these shards, you can promote your companion or use them to unlock a secret skill. Of course, if you promote, you will also need promotion material known as Badge of Honor. You only have 3 keys to use at a time, and they refresh very slowly, so make sure you invest wisely in your companion. Another way to increase your savior's power is by completing the savior board with the help of material known as NOVASTONES. The savior board is basically the game's version of a stat tree. There are many levels to this, and they are known as the grade. And as you complete the savior board, you will unlock different stat boosts and special stat boosts known as meteor effect. And with each grade, the savior board has a certain requirement for unlocking the meteor effect. First and foremost, NOVASTONES can only be attained from the cash shop. As a free-to-play player, I know this can be a gut punch, but the silver lining is the currency needed is emerald, so you can re-up your NOVASTONES amount that way. And sometimes you can get lucky and find them in a general shop to buy. I sometimes find that I can get a quantity of 10 for 20,000 gold, so keep an eye out. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the special battle menu. Here you will find 3 special modes to compete in. First one, Tower of Summoning. This is basically the game's tower mode where each floor sends out different waves of enemies, and if you beat the floor you can get prizes, and of course the enemies on each floor do get stronger, so this is definitely a progress check and it's not expected to be beaten in the beginning. Number 2, Event Battle. You should be doing this every day. You only have a limited amount of stamina for this mode as well. However, this does not refresh until the next day, so make sure you choose wisely. But this will be the place to get those rare accessory materials needed for enchantment. And you can also farm skill points here as well, and sometimes character shards will be available. And then Force Battle. This is the fun mode known as Raid, where you team up with other players to fight a very strong boss. And while we're talking about fighting other characters, make sure to do your daily arena fights. It's okay if you're not good. The goal here is to at least participate daily, so when the season ends you can get crowns, emeralds, and badge of honor. You can also get daily rewards too, which contain valor coins, which can be used in the valor shop. So go ahead and do your 5 daily battles and call it a day, unless you really want to push your ranking, but as a beginner that's not really your focus at the moment. Okay, let's finish by talking about the cash shop. Here you can buy equipment sets, emeralds, currency, and other goodies with your hard-earned in-game or real cash. So as a beginner, I know you want to know what do you recommend buying and what would you spend emeralds on. Alright, here it is. I would buy the starter standard packet, usually in any game. This is a nice way to get your feet wet. You get some emeralds, coins, and it's either crowns or keys. I can't remember. If you can remind me down in the comments, that would be helpful. If you're looking to spend a little cash, I would say subscribing is a great way to go as well. Based on the day package you buy, you will receive 400 emeralds each day. Considering you can re-up or refresh a lot of things in this game with emeralds, this isn't a bad buy compared to buying emeralds outright. The only difference is when you subscribe, you don't get all them emeralds up front. Next, let's talk about what to do with your emeralds. One thing you can do is speed up your Pandora crafts, especially when you get stuck with those 8, 5, 10 hour long waits. You can do stamina refresh. However, this isn't an issue now since we're getting so much stamina keys and rewards, and especially with the game being new and released and as a new player. And I will say this, do not summon outside of summoning with your free normal daily summon, your free summon ticket, or your free weekly summon for the special summon. The drops aren't really the best, and if you haven't noticed yet, if you're going for companions, you only get shards. So with that being said, if you do want a companion that you cannot get in the story mode, then you should either buy a package or save up 7,500 emeralds to unlock one, because in the 2.5 special summons that it would cost to do 7,500 emeralds, I can guarantee you are not going to get 100 shards that you would need to get a special character. Now, the final part of the shop that I want to cover is the crowns that you can earn from your seasonal rewards in the arena. Use these to buy permanent battle key expansions, basically your stamina. You can add up to 150 battle key storages with crowns. That's huge because eventually you will run out of battle keys, or your stamina, same thing. And having that amount allows you to farm more and longer. Alright everyone, to wrap up this video, the last tips I can give you is to make sure you complete your missions, as that will provide you extra resources, whether it's daily, weapon, companion, etc. Just make sure to do as many as you can. And finally, the last thing I like to leave you with is have fun. Don't feel like you have to be the best at this game. Play at your own pace, enjoy the weapons you want to use, and learn the game so you don't get burnt out. And with that said, let's go ahead and pull the curtains on this. So if you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and leave a like. Also, leave a comment and let me know something new that you learned that you didn't already know. Or just ask me a question and I'll get back to you. And of course, if you'd like to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button now, so you can be the first to know when more 100 Soul content comes out. It's been fun everyone, and again, it's Games with Kelvin, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.